Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, Taurians, let's go ahead and take a look. Obviously, I've got a bridge behind me, and I wanted to take a look at whatever the kind of like the energy of bridging, like 2025 to 2026 might be. Also, in regards to, the types of things that we might want to connect ourselves to with other people, with relationships, thoughts, any of those things. So we'll keep all of that in mind. By the way, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. By the way, Taurus, if you guys don't know, I have a playlist for every zodiac. I discovered that many of you think that I don't put out videos when in fact I put out, like I think we already have 7 or 9 Taurus videos this month, somewhere in that range. I'm sorry. Everybody has at least 7. Um, and so it was just shocking to me to discover that people thought I only put out 1 video per month. And I was like, no, we do lots. So Taurus, if you have not seen your videos, do go to the playlist tab. And when you click on Taurus in the playlist tab, you will find many, many, many Taurus videos. All right, we have the Sun and we have the Two of Swords. So with this in mind, the Sun is great happiness. So if Taurus is bridging the gap and like shifting, we're ending a year of the snake and going to be entering into the year of the fire horse, I think in February of 2026. So we got a couple months, right? But as we're shifting, shedding an old skin from the snake and then moving into that kind of like energetic action taking of the horse, this is pretty exciting because it looks like Taurus is saying, yes, I'm really clear-minded on what I want to fight for. I'm really clear-visioned on, I want greater happiness. I feel like it's going to be a year of learning. I feel like Taurus is very interested all of a sudden in figuring out mysteries, solving mysteries. They could be very active minded in this next year. Taurus could have like a whole bunch of projects or things that they find fascinating and interesting. Some of this could have to do with like fringe sciencey stuff. It could have to do with Taurus wanting to like focus on the things that make them happy and the things that are blocking them from happiness. So we just see lots of positive energy forward. We have the Devil upright. I definitely think it's a year of breakthroughs or this bridging time between now and then. What Taurus is doing is they are shaking off anything that has been blocking them from being happy, including fears and possibly even including like the tendency to have to fight for things. This could be Taurus saying, you know what, why do I have to fight to get somebody to listen to my opinion? Maybe their opinion doesn't matter. Maybe I just go ahead and move forward and do what I want to do. Maybe I'm allowed to do stuff that makes me happy, even if nobody else understands why it's important to me. I think Taurus is not going to be explaining themselves anymore. I think that's what they're starting to like wind down on and shift gears on. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. That Four of Pentacles is the energy of holding back a little bit. And then we see like a catapult, but then catapulting forward. And with the Six of Swords, this is moving into calmer waters. I think Taurus is going to start telling people less. They're going to start like not needing to describe every blow by blow account of what they're going to be doing in their life. They're not asking permission from the group. They're not needing other people to agree with them. This is just Taurus saying, not everybody needs to know everything that I'm going to do or what I enjoy or why I choose to do the things that I do in life. Because sometimes all that does is opens us up to tremendous amounts of criticism, tremendous amounts of, people weighing in with their opinions, even though it doesn't really make sense why everybody has an opinion about Taurus's choices. Yeah, we have a Knight of Swords. I think Taurus is less talk, more action, more sudden action as well. They just do what they need to do. They do what makes them happy. They don't ask permission. They don't talk about it too long. That seems to be the biggest change here for Taurus. If we're bridging the gap, it's between here's the things I've wanted to do, but the obstacle was always if I announce it, then I'm going to hear a bunch of flack, a bunch of feedback. This is Taurus saying, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't need to listen to other people's opinions about what makes me happy. So instead, I just go ahead, keep it to myself, and then take action. So I think it's going to be a year where Taurus may suddenly do things that other people are going to be like, whoa, what do you mean you did that, Taurus? That's out of character for you. And it might just be that Taurus, it's not that it's out of character for Taurus, it's that Taurus is possibly not going to be like waiting for other people to give their stamp of approval on things that don't don't necessarily even impact them. So very nice to see Taurus in this more empowered state. Okay, let's continue on. What else do we have that is shifting, changing in Taurus's world? What are they bridging the gap with? Four of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So the other thing that I think is like being left behind or will be more amplified as we progress toward 2026 and the year of the horse, emphasis more on relationships, harmonious relationships, bridging the gap between, especially if Taurus is like, oh, I have a partner that I love. I want to get better at reading my Taurus. Reading my partner. I'm wondering if Taurus is going to spend more time, like if they already have a partner, they're going to spend a lot more time like in bed together. Maybe there's like some tantric something or other, but there's like, I want to really learn my partner and really connect at the heart space, connect at the spiritual level. I want to spend more time just with my partner and us, like really getting to learn each other's like personality types and the subtleties that make up who we are, that like building a deeper, more intimate connection. That's what I see here with the Eight of Pentacles. It's putting in the time and the work to get to know each other. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I mean, it's definitely developing like a relationship. So I'm wondering if this Taurus might have had like a very busy life. They didn't ever really get a chance or get time to just like let two people be the focal point a little bit and say, you know what, out of everybody in the world, this is the person I choose to give my heart to. So this is the kind of connection that matters the most to me. The things that we pick in our lives, like we don't pick our families, we get born into families, right? Sometimes we pick our friends, but sometimes friends kind of like wind up becoming a part of our world because of, shared experiences, or we got pushed together into, a career path. And then it's like, oh, out of that group of people, they have become friends, and that can be sincere and near and dear friends, or sometimes it becomes we're friends because of the environment we're in, but we don't actually have much more in common. And so the things that we really get to pick in life are, the near and dear friends that we personally select and who we choose to bring in to our close circle, and the people that we really love and give our hearts to. So really, on the big scheme of things, where should the most important relationships be? Probably on the ones that we are choosing. So those are the ones that we really want to like, that's our baseline network. That's our foundation. So I think Taurus is saying, moving forward, the relationships I care about the most, the ones that I most want to develop a greater rapport with, greater happiness with, those are the ones that mean the most to my heart. And I think this is shifting Taurus toward like really connecting to a loved one, a romantic partner, really making romance building a primary focus. But at that deeper level, because this is the Oracle of Delphi. This is like, I want to be able to intuit what my partner likes and who my partner is, and I want us to both be working on the relationship and building a future together and making sure that we both like the way our ships are going to sail into the future together. This feels like the things that Taurus loves the most are the things that become the priority in this next year. And that's where they're shifting their focus, maybe away from, the extraneous relationships of our life that can actually take up a lot of time, right? Our relationship with our boss, if we, work a ton of hours and we're already around that boss a ton, and then we go home, we're still thinking about the boss, we're talking about the boss, and it almost feels like the boss is our bigger relationship than the partner that we love and that we're coming home to. And I think this is where Taurus is like, yeah, that's not going to be the way I operate. I'm going to make my partner and love and the person that I choose to give my heart to, that is where I want to put more emphasis. Six of Pentacles. And I want to give them space to be able to give to me. I wonder if Taurus is going to be taking a trip with their loved one to, and like, do different adventures, or like, where it's just the two of them. There's a lot to be said for like going into a city that neither person knows and going in as a unit, and it's like, it's you and me. We're a little unit together and we're exploring this city we've never been to together. We get to share first time experiences together. I feel like Taurus is maybe going to like try to create scenarios like that to build better bonds with their partner. or this is the way they want to approach love, is I want to like look at it, love as a chance to explore who you are, getting to know you. Taurus, if they don't already have a partner, I could see Taurus like really interested in somebody who could come from a different background than they do, and it's like really exciting to get to know all about this person's world and heritage, and like, oh, I'd love to see, where you grew up in, or I'd love to know more about, like, I want to hear you speak your language if you speak a different language than me. I want to hear the songs from your culture. I want to taste the food from your culture. I could see Taurus getting really intrigued to really learn about a partner, and that could make this person feel really seen. I do want to ask this, as far as, I mean, that's a beautiful sentiment for Taurus to be so, like active in partnership, but will Taurus receive that as well? We have a Two of Cups and we have the Lovers. Okay, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? I think that, talk about, characters, operating as a unit. I think this maybe is the year where Taurus really truly, maybe because of the way they approach love, the gravity with which they take it, the focus that they put, an emphasis that they place upon, like, this is an important relationship for me. So you're the person I most want to know. What's your love language, and what are your likes and dislikes, and who are you? Well, it seems like that is being so reciprocated. So this, like, either this is a relationship that is going to get so much stronger, and this person is like falling in love all over again with Taurus. Taurus could be with a Gemini, doesn't have to be, could be with water sign, doesn't have to be, but it feels like this, if this is a new romance, oh my God, the depth of emotion and the depth of bond that these two build, it could be unbelievably wonderful. So romance and the way romance is handled seems to be a really big focus in, this next year. And that's kind of what Taurus is like. I want to do things like this from now on. This is the direction I want to lean. And we have a Ten of Cups. As a whole, I think that this bridge, or this direction that Taurus's life is going, the direction that they are shifting toward, is one of tremendous happiness. Taurus wants a full experience. They want the 360 of, I want my life to be happy. I want my love story to be happy. I want to actually be living the life that is, I can see it from a bird's eye view. I can see what I want, and I can see how to get there. First, it really required Taurus to tune out the noise of other people who used to, like, have a little too much input on Taurus's life. And then it was for Taurus to really focus. You notice how everything is like, I'm shifting my focus away from others and back to myself and what is most important to me. That seems to be the secret sauce for Taurus getting their 10 of Cups. I wonder if this has been a Taurus who, by the way, they could have a strong connection to Rome. But I wonder if this has been a Taurus who has maybe been busy, like, dealing with many, many other people, to the point where all those other relationships became like extremely, heavy and extremely like pressurizing for Taurus. And it was taking away from their personal happiness and their remembrance that, but my life is important. My personal happiness is important. I don't exist purely to make sure that everybody else is happy with my decisions and everybody else weighs in on what I do, or all the bosses and every other person outside of me has to be happy before I look to happiness at my own, like, locale and my own. It should start with me. I should be happy. I should have a good relationship. I should enjoy my life. I should have freedom to make choices and not constantly be bombarded with, like, oh God, what are they going to say about this? What is this person going to think about this? And I think that that's I think Taurus is doing a 180 with how they care about things. Final message on this. They're caring more from their perspective first, not to be selfish. We have Hanged Man to end this. With the Hanged Man, it's Piscean energy. And it kind of feels like, if anything, Taurus waited too long, perhaps, to start thinking about, hey, wait a minute, whose life is this? Oh, that's right, it's mine. And hey, wait a minute, I think that maybe I should go ahead and get some stuff that I really need for myself. Any way we slice it, we see Taurus getting it now, so it's all good. But we definitely saw that took some time for Taurus's life to come around this way and for them to put their own needs first. This is also a time for Taurus to like dream big. So if they've had, because of that Piscean energy off of the Hanged Man. So if Taurus has had some ideas about stuff that they wanted, about things that they wanted to do, about the direction they wanted to take their life, this says they still have ample time to dream big and start really having, like, I feel like this Taurus could be like 55 years old, and for the first time ever, their happiness quota is going up through the roof because they're simply looking at, I'm allowed to put my own happiness first to a certain extent. And I think that there are many things that Taurus has wanted but wouldn't allow themselves to even dream of having until now. So really lovely energy for our Taurus. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Later on this week, I will make an announcement. We'll be doing some little things to celebrate the upcoming holidays. So I don't want you guys to miss out on that, okay? All right, lots of love. Bye.